Warframe update 25.2 has gone live, and something has happened to Wukong. I guess if you'd format him, you have been refunded the forma. Perhaps the operator should use these format to optimize his abilities. Nothing about him being removed, but his abilities have been changed as of 59 minutes ago, or 22 minutes ago for some other thing. Because the basic changes to him come to weird things like health. Instead of it being 300 as it was, it's now 450. The shields, instead of it being 375, is now 300. His sprint speed is now 1.0. And his armor, I really don't know. But the energy has gone from 150 to 180. They've improved everything about him. But the biggest thing, Cloudwalker will wipe all, and it's probably better to actually kind of show it in use, it'll wipe all status effects and everything from the frame, but slightly more importantly is the way that it now moves is, no, that is actually quite insane. That is a lot of range, but you can see it has a duration to it, which is really kind of nice. Wow, you can actually get to places you couldn't get to before. Oh, I wanted to be up here actually, because why not? Oh, I bet you that. I always forget these things are actually up here. Can get around the lasers without any major issue. Oh, that is actually great, because it used to be fairly slow. The big one, of course, being his first ability, which we will get to in a second, because his ultimate, what is it, Primal Fury, well, it's exactly the same as it was before. It now casts much quicker and has its own kind of stance to it. I'm trying to get the staff itself to do the pound, pound, pound thing. It still does that. I just can't get it to work correctly. So let's actually end that and go into Defy, which is you're invulnerable while it is happening, and when it ends, any damage that you get incoming is sent back out, and it's best done in a crowd of enemies. More damage in, more damage out, and you can see in the bottom right, it actually adds armor depending on the damage that you take, assuming that they actually pay any attention to you whatsoever. Anyway, on to his first ability, which is, well, your clone. There's a slight issue with this. Where are you? He's over there using melee. Whatever melee weapon you have equipped, he will use. If you swap to your melee weapon, he will start using whatever gun you have equipped. What I want to know is, if I go from secondary to this, will he use the secondary? No, it's the primary and melee that he uses. He is based on health, not duration. He will now stay here. Ooh, did they make it so I can toggle it on and off? No. So he will just stay here forever, and he can now fight for you, which is really useful. But you can also use Stormcloud, Cloudwalker even, to heal him. And, well, when it comes to Primal Fury, yep, he summons it as well. But I'm trying to remember what they said it was in the stream where they actually showed him in use. Where is Handshake? There it is. That's, you can actually interact with your celestial twin. His rework looks like it's going to be really good. Not, of course, to forget, I do believe by casting his first ability while looking at an enemy will mark them. Obviously, I need to find an enemy to do this. Hard to do with, like, there you go. He will now concentrate on that enemy over any other enemy, which again is really useful. Interesting fact though, his rework is already in development for console, so hopefully this will be live in the next, wow, really? Before TennoCon? That would be nice. But honestly, probably the best part of this has got to be the passives. After taking fatal damage, he will automatically use one of his mastered survival techniques. And for this, let's jump to the forum, which again, link for this will be in the description. Always is, because he has 5 passives, and it can only use them 3 times. So once you've used his passive 3 times, that's it, you will die. Good to know, isn't it? There is Primal Forces, which triples elemental damage for 60 seconds, Heavenly Cloak, invisibility for 30 seconds, Cosmic Cloak, which is invulnerable for 30 seconds, Monkey Luck, which is extra loot for 60 seconds, and Sly Alchemy, which gives you 4 times the pickup for orbs. So instead of 50 energy, you'll get 200, which can be really useful. Past his rework, really, there wasn't really much else in this. I don't know why this was referred to as a 0.2 update, so 25.2 instead of 25.1 point something, because yes, all players who currently own Wukong will receive 3 forma, even if you haven't formatted it. After looking into it, there's nothing that says you have to have formatted it to have gotten these, but everything else for this there's been UI scripts that have been cleaned up, improving corruption of downloaded caches, crashes from graphics drivers, and a ton of fixes. There's actually been a lot more than this, but a lot of fixes, as there always is. The only real thing added here was Wukong's changes, which we may revisit in the future, because I want to play with the build I now have on him. Since I have 3 forma, I may as well, but since that's about it, we'll leave this off here for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time!